Ever since Apple launched Touch ID in the iPhone 5s, the smartphone industry has been following the trend of installing a fingerprint scanner on devices. So how does that work? What are its types? Well, I'll try to explain in simple terms as this is Tech Simplified. Hey there, I'm Animesh, you're watching Everything Techie, and this is Tech Simplified. Let's get started. Starting off with how does a fingerprint scanner works. Now you might have noticed that there are some ridges in your finger which makes fingerprint. So these ridges get in intersection at various shapes like a circle or triangle, or there are many terms to that, and even identical twins might not have the same fingerprints. So this is a secure way, right? Well, that is a part of the story, because the fingerprint scanners we see on our devices, on our mobile devices, are not as secure as they only try to match a part of the fingerprint. That is why it is so quick, right? So it is not the best security, but it is secure nonetheless. So how does that work? Again, as I stated earlier, there are ridges in our palm or this surface of our hand. So these ridges come in contact with the sensor, and mind that these ridges only come in contact with the touch or the sensor, because the skin beneath or the depression part of our fingers does not come in contact with the sensor. So sensor actually maps those ridges and those intersections or nodes, and then it creates a digital image by sensing those ridges and those nodes. So this is how a fingerprint sensor works. Nowadays, mainly there are three types of fingerprint scanning technologies, or fingerprint sensing technologies, if you may say that. So starting off with the most common and most popular one, the capacitive fingerprint scanner. These are the types of fingerprint scanners that actually is the ancient or the most oldest types of fingerprint scanners. So how does that work? As I stated earlier, it is just a capacitive fingerprint scanner. It works on the transmission of electrical charges from your body, and here in this case from the ridges of your skin. So it maps every ridge or every point on the sensor which is in contact with your fingerprint or your finger. So that is how a capacitive scanner works. It is highly sensitive. The sensitivity is very high. Closeness of the sensors in each individual sensors or each individual capacitive scanner is closely packed together. So this is how a capacitive scanner works. Now the positives is that it is highly refined technology, because it is, again, it was the one of the oldest technologies in mobile fingerprint scanning. So it has gone through evolution year after year, versions after versions. So it is fast AF on most of the devices. And the downside here can be stated that it does not works with wet fingerprints. At least most of them does not. So coming off to the second type of fingerprint scanning is the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Ultrasonic, as the name implies, it works on ultrasonic waves. What is ultrasonic waves? Ultrasonic waves are the waves that propagate at a frequency of 20 kilohertz and above. So what it actually does, there is a transducer and a receiver. I have explained this in a video here. I guess here or here the card will pop up. You can see that in depth how ultrasonic fingerprint scanning works. So in short, a wave is transmitted and then reflected back through our fingers or the fingerprint, and it gets registered. Again, the downside here is that it is a bit slow, and the positive here is that it can recognize wet fingerprint scanners, wet fingerprints. It can recognize wet fingerprints. It can be placed below the display, below a glass surface, below a metal surface. Again, as I told you in this or wherever the card is popping video, when Snapdragon actually showcased this technology. Now coming to the third and the most recent development in fingerprint scanning or mobile fingerprint scanning, that is optical scanners. Now, as the name implies, there is a transmission and reception of light. In optical scanners, what actually happens is, you can see that on OnePlus 6T, that sensor is an optical scanner. Now what it actually does is lights up the display, at least that part of the display, so that the light can shine through the display and it can hit our fingerprint, and the sensor beneath that can receive that and form a digital image. Optical scanners are also those scanners that we see in our Aadhaar centers or in any KYC things that you use scanners for. Now these scanners actually scan or create a digital image which is accurate, pretty accurate. I'm talking about those bulky ones, not on the smartphones. And again, the downside here is that it is not as fast, because it is a recent technology and I can't really say anything. Recent technology is always under development, and again, this can make for a smartphone with the whole display will be a fingerprint scanner. I think Vivo Apex 2019 is Vivo Next 2019 has already done that, so props to that. So this was it for this video. I hope you guys liked this and found it informative. Do you use fingerprint scanners for your daily smartphones unlocking and unlocking it, basically, because it cannot really lock your smartphone? So yeah, this is it for this video. I hope you guys like this. If you did, make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care and have a nice day.